Alright, hello. This is going to be Solidworks CSWA practice problem 9.5a. I repeat, 9.5a. And this is going to be our first assembly practice problem, so this is going to be exciting. And now let's get started. Let's make sure that the base part is centered at the origin. So first we're going to have to show where the origin is. So click on the eye and then click View Origins. You have your origin there. And then the first part you're going to be putting in is going to be base. So I'm going to double click that. And I'm just going to click it at the origin. And now we have a fixed part at the origin. So this is where everything will begin. And we're going to do a bottom-up approach. So the next step is going to be also, by the way, after you put in your base part, you can actually change units. In this case, it's MMGS, but some of these examples do IPS, so make sure to keep that in mind. So, the second part we're going to insert is going to be the bottom linkage. So I'm going to put one here, and there's two of them, so I'm just going to right-click on it. Oh, actually, I'm just gonna click the bottom linkage, press Control C, click anywhere on the screen, Control V. Now you have two of them that you can use. And since we already have our base part, we can actually turn off the view origins. We don't need those anymore. Both of these are floating. And so, let's see here. Okay, so first of all, let's make a mate. Let's select the whole of the bottom linkage and the whole of the base. And those will be concentric. And then it looks like the linkage is going to be stuck in between, so we're going to add a coincident mates between this outer edge of the bottom linkage and the inner face of the base, like so. Select OK. And we're going to, and now I can rotate like this, and let's copy that process for the other side. There we go. And then let's add our first pins. So I'm going to go to Insert Components. Let's find the pin. And just like before, there's two of them. So click on it, Control V, Control C, Control V. And we will make its cylindrical exterior concentric with the hole. And then let's see. Maybe they should be, should this pin be centered? Or, oh no, I think we just make the face of the pin coincident with the wall, correct? Let me see if that's correct. Yep, that seems correct. Yep, that's correct, okay. So we'll repeat that for the other side. So collect mate. Let's make it concentric. Then let's make it coincident, face to face. Select OK. There's your pins. So now we're done with the bottom half. And then we will insert our through, I believe it's called through pin. Yes, it's called through pin. So through pin, right here. And then there's two of them, so Control C, Control V. Let's add a concentric relation between the cylindrical extrusion and the hole, like so. Then let's add a coincident mate between the side face of the through pin and the inner face of the, what do you call this? The lower linkage, the bottom linkage, I mean. And we'll copy that for the other side. Okay, now for the through rod. So we'll click Insert Components. Let's go find a through rod right here. You just need one of these. Now let's click Mate. Make the cylindrical exterior of the through rod coincident with the hole of the through pin, like so. Actually, Actually, let me redo that, mates, because I think I forgot something else. So I'm gonna go to click mates, and that last concentric mate, I'm just gonna delete it. Delete it. The rod's still there, but it's not concentric anymore. So you can obviously see the problem with this. In the drawing, the bottom linkages are actually perfectly aligned with each other, so we need to create that alignment. So let's click mate, and I believe they need to be angled at the same angle. But is there a way we can just align them so they're like parallel, kind of? Let me see. Maybe it's between these two faces right here, between the through pins. Can I make those parallel? Actually, no, it wouldn't be parallel, it would be coincident, right? Let me see if this works. Oh, did that work? Wait, let me see. No, that did not work. Okay, let me delete that. Ah, symmetric. I believe if you go to mate and then you click the advanced tab and you click symmetric, so let's show planes and let's select the right plane as a plane of symmetry, and then as for which objects will be symmetric, let's click this face and this face. And let's see if that does anything. Or maybe the through pin is actually, or the through rod is actually supposed to be done last. So maybe we'll skip that for now. So let's delete the symmetric thing we just did. I'm gonna hide my planes. So let's just ignore the through rod for now, and let's go to the next insert. The next insert is gonna be the top linkage. Oh, top linkage, like so. And let's click Control C, Control V, because there are two of them. And these top linkages are actually upside down, so I'm going to right click them, and I'm going to click Move with Triad, and I'm going to rotate them. Same as the other one. So that this kind of top edge is on top, it's on the top side. And then just like before, let's add concentric mates between the hole and this protruding cylinder. Select OK. Let's make the interface of the top linkage coincident with the outer face of the bottom linkage, like this. Select OK. And we will repeat that for the other side. And then, yes, and then we'll get our top. So let's click Insert to Components and find the top. Here we go, just one of them. This top should be upside down, so let's right click, move a triad, flip it upside down. And then let's add coincident mates with the respective holes. And the coincidence with the inside and outside. Since the top part's inside of the top linkage, that means the outer face of the top will be coincident with the inner face of the linkage. So like this. And then repeat for other side. Oh, it seems to automatically have. Ah, I see. And then let's okay. So let's make sure that the top face of this top is actually horizontal, so it's flat. So let's add a parallel mate between the top face and the flat part of the bottom base. We'll make it parallel, like so. Select OK. And then we'll add a distance dimension. The distance is going to be 297. And the distance is going to be between the top face of the top part and the bottom face of the base, like so. $297, yes. Select OK. And maybe the way to make these two through pins aligned with each other is to make them coincide with each other. So let me try that. Let me try clicking this hole. And I'll click the other hole and see what happens. I don't want to make them concentric. I want to make them... Can I make them parallel? That doesn't change anything. Can I make them tangent? Perpendicular. Concentric. Nope, doesn't seem to be doing anything, so let's skip that. Let me check in the advanced tab, see if there's anything. Ah, could there be a width? Let me see. Profile center. I want to make these two sides kind of symmetric. But I tried a symmetric thing already. It didn't seem to work. Maybe we can try again with something else instead of these pins here. Let me see if I can make that work. So advanced, symmetric, choose the right plane. I guess we'll just click random parts. See if it works. Nope. Nope. Maybe the holes? Oh my god, I got it. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. So if you click, if you go to the symmetric mate in the advanced tab, and then you click the right plane as your plane of symmetry, and you select the two holes, it will actually make the direction that the holes are. It will make the angle of the holes equal. It will make the holes symmetric. And I guess the reasoning behind this is because the holes have to have they have to have multiple dimensions to define where they are, including their angle. So I guess the symmetry makes them equal in angle as well. So that's how you do it. So make the holes symmetric, and then the arms will bend in the same way. So I'll click OK. Wow, tried to figure that out for a while. So finally, now we can add the rod. So I'm going to go mates, click the exterior of the rod, and I'm going to click this hole. Oh. So if we want the rod to pass through both of the through pins at the same time, then that means the through pins have to be concentric to each other. So I think we need to add another mate. So I'm going to click the hole of the through pin left and the other hole of the through pin right. So now they're concentric. Okay, so not only are the holes now symmetric, but they're also concentric. So they need to be symmetric so the arms bend the same way, and they need to be concentric so that the through rod can go through both at the same time. So now we can click the through rod, and we can click the hole. Select check mark, and then I think the very last one is you click on the cylindrical extrusion, or the cylindrical exterior of the through pin, and then you click the underside of this cylindrical shaft, of the through rod, and you make them tangent. And you select OK. That should be your whole part. Oh, actually no. We forgot the pins at the top, so we'll add in those right now. So insert components, go back to your pins. Pin. I'm gonna click it, Control C, Control V. Turn off the planes. It's getting annoying. Okay. So meet. And it's the same thing we did last time. Cylinder to hole. And then face to face. Cylinder to hole. Then face to face. Select check mark. And there's your final part. So let's check our answer. So let's go to evaluate mass properties and check for your center of mass. So my answer ended up to being negative 2.43, and for my y is 125.66, and my z is 0. So hope you learned something from this video, and I'll see you in the next one.